So, after a very long wait, Joy has finally leapt from Nintendo Switch onto the PC version of Payday 2. The new heister comes with a full array of stuff, so let's take a look. We'll start with Joy herself so we can get the subjective parts out of the way. Joy, our 22nd heister, hails from Japan and is coincidentally 22 years old, which makes her the youngest in the game. It makes sense for her to be so young, given how playful and childish some of her lines are. All the time in the safe house, she references playing games with heisters as well as being possessive of her stuff. When intimidating civs outside of assault, Joy might sometimes do an impersonation of a flight attendant while she asks people to put their phones on silent. The most childlike thing that Joy does is assign arbitrary point values to some of her special kills. Take a listen. That can be a bit annoying, but I think it's in character for her. Moving on to Joy's physical design, she's probably the most interesting heister. Her mask is awesome. It's an LED display, which constantly swaps between established members of the Payday gang, some custom graphics she designed herself, and a red and blue hybrid to mimic the Nintendo Joy-Cons. It does this during the heist too. It's rad and does this on any heister if you have her mask, though not on the Begins version. Onto her model itself, it's pretty good too. We learned so much about her visually. She's traded the classic surgical gloves for some wool winter gloves. She's got a leather jacket over a We Are Gamers hoodie, which personally is a bit on the nose for me, and wears blue jeans. The jeans especially have what stands out as my favorite detail about her. The upper area of her thighs has inverted writing and equations on it. This shows us that 1. Joy is pretty damn smart, and 2. Has no aversion to just writing on her own clothes, yet again showing us her childish nature. While I'm sad we've got another heister that's strayed away from the once standard suit and tie combo, it does make sense for Joy. She's been a cyber criminal since her teenage years. She's probably the least experienced of the gang when it comes to picking up a gun and getting her hands dirty, so it makes sense that she hangs out in more casual clothes as a hacker in the background. Speaking of, let's talk about Joy's perk deck, the Hacker. It has surprisingly little to do with hacking, actually. The first perk unlocks the throwable replacement, the Pocket ECM. If you use it in stealth, it'll jam all pagers, cameras, and phones for 6 seconds. If you use it in loud, it'll activate ECM feedback from your position for 6 seconds, stunning enemies. You can use the Pocket ECM twice within 100 seconds, but every kill you get reduces that total 100 by 6. Joy's second perk increases your total HP by 20%. Her third perk restores 20 health per kill while the Pocket ECM is active in loud. The fourth perk adds 20 dodge to your total for 30 seconds if you get at least 1 kill while the Pocket ECM is active, and that applies to either stealth or loud. Joy's final perk regenerates 10 health for crew member kills while the Pocket ECM is active. While this deck doesn't necessarily have anything to do with hacking, it seems to be fairly strong with different functions in stealth and loud. It has a unique playstyle combining stuns and dodge, so there are many interesting builds to make with it. The Hacker perk deck relies on racking up a lot of kills to be used to its full potential, and this is aided by the weapons that Joy brings with her. The signature SMG is here as a secondary weapon, and available in akimbo form as a primary weapon. Their damage is on the lower side compared to some SMGs, but the fire rate and high stability make them deadly on higher difficulties. All the combat footage you've seen using them in this video is recorded on Mayhem difficulty, but with weapon mod and SMG skills. The last thing I want to touch on is Joy's safe house room. She doesn't have a safe house room. She is a van outside. At Tier 1, seems like just a normal news van that somebody stole. Tier 2 introduces several monitors, computers, and servers. When you bring it up to Tier 3, the van gets a facelift and you can interact with the monitor inside to open a web browser and play Joy's copy of Bank Invaders 2 on the Overkill Software website. I'll let you explore that one for yourselves. That about covers everything with Joy. I can see her somewhat repetitive lines getting on a lot of people's nerves, but personally I quite like the character. What do you guys think about having a designated hacker in the game now that Bane is still gone? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to spread the happy and stay rusty. We'll see you next time.